He's making a list. He's checking it twice. He's gonna find out if it's the best tabletop RPG of 2023 or not. OGGM is coming to town. Hey, it's the end of the year, and the end of the year brings us, amongst other things, various pointless lists to look back over 2023 and go, or nah. And first up, we have from Polygon, their list of the best tabletop RPG books of 2023. Notice they're not specifically saying best games. They're just saying best stuff that qualifies as a book. So let's see if we agree, disagree, whatever. Here we go. Remember, this is just Polygon's list. It's not my list. It's not your list. It's just Polygon's list. All right. Best tabletop role-playing game of 2023. Number 1, Avatar Legends, the role-playing game. $9 million Kickstarter. Has anybody actually played this? Has anybody actually seen this? Best thing we can say about this is another shining nod to Powered by the Apocalypse. This has definitely been the year of Powered by the Apocalypse. For a game that came out like 10 years ago, it's finally seeing the attention it maybe should have seen. You know, I said it before and I'll say it again. When I was first doing Powered by the Apocalypse reviews, I was like, this game could be the next paradigm breaker. It's just missing one thing. And maybe the one thing it was missing is just time. All right, so that's Avatar Legends role-playing game, $50 still. I'm sure you can find it marked down because of the holidays. What do you think? Best role-playing game of the year? Worthy, not worthy? Should it be on the list? Should it not be on the list? Has anybody even seen this thing in the wild? I love saying that. Barkeep on the Barkeep on the Borderlands from Prismatic Wasteland. What is this? It's a system-agnostic book that details adventures where players go to visit bars. And then this one specifically is about going to visit various bars to find an antidote for a poisoned king. There's also side quests and random tables and lists of things you might find at barkeeps. And it's got things like if your character gets drunk, you give controls to the character to another player. That kind of sounds fun. So it's sort of a Barkeep on the Borderlands, another homage to Keep on the Borderlands, and just a silly little module / random bar generator / thing of tables that you could have happen while in and around a bar. This is not a tabletop role-playing game. It's a tabletop role-playing game book supplement. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Is there any market for this? Have you even ever seen this in, anybody play this ever? Fabula Ultima from Need Games, the #1 seller consistently over on DriveThru, constantly getting good reports on this one. Everybody who's played it says it's great. It nails the thing perfect. It is kind of go down as one of, if not the best tabletop Japanese role-playing games that we've seen in America. I know people have played this in the wild. I know people have seen this. I know it is selling well. So is it the best game of the year? Well, I mean, it's, solid platinum seller consistency on DriveThru. I have yet to hear anything bad about it. So maybe. Flea Mortals from Monty Cook Games. I think this one took him 2 years to finally see the light of day. It's a monster manual with advice on how to run the monsters and build monsters and rival. It's nothing we haven't seen before. It's a monster book. $40. Is this the best monster book that came out this year? For, system neutral, use this in anything that does D20. Plus, it's the introductory book to the upcoming role-playing game. I mean, a lot of monster manuals came out this year. It's like the easy go-to. When in doubt, make a monster book. I've said that before. Is this the best one? From Loot Tavern, we've got Helena's Guide to Monster Hunting, which is filled with puns, quirky characters, and epic boss fights. That just various high-level monsters and how to kill monsters and beat monsters and new war monster types and magic. Just this is another monster manual. When in doubt, make a monster manual for your product line. Is this the best monster book we've seen this year? Has anybody even seen this or heard of this? The only thing on this list so far that I've heard of is Avatar, Fabula Ultima, Flea Mortals. This one, I've never heard of this one. Level Up Advanced 5th Edition Dungeon Delver's Guide. The Dungeon Delver's Guide, which I think just came out. It's sort of just a source book with ancestries, archetypes, backgrounds, new races, new classes, just bits and bobs to make Level Up 5e a better game. I can't say enough good things about Level Up 5e. Even though I've never played it, it is consistently my nominee for People's Champion, the hardest working game on the market right now. But is this the best product of the year? And, just sort of a hodgepodge filler product. The Lord of the Rings 5e role-playing game from Free League. Well, it's Free League. It's the 5e adaptation of their 1e book. It's gotten pretty good word of mouth. Is this the best adaptation of the Lord of the Rings? Is it better than MERP? It's definitely one I've heard one. I know people have played it. I haven't heard anything bad about it. Old Gods of Appalachia from Monty Cook Games for $70. This is the one that I just don't get. Especially since it doesn't acknowledge like Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge and all the weird towns in the Appalachian and in the Blue Ridge Mountains and all the mythology. But I guess it's just a dark alternative version of the early 1900s of the Blue Ridge Appalachian Mountains. So that's Kentucky, Tennessee, all those places. Gatlinburg, Dollywood, Pigeon Forge, Memphis. So there's a lot of things you could have gone with this. I don't know if it did. I know it kickstarted well, and I know there was a lot of hype behind it. And I know a lot of other people made versions of it. The closest thing probably would be American Gods, the American Gods books and TV show. So that is probably the closest thing you can make the connection to. But is this the best tabletop role-playing game product of the year? Pathfinder Player Core. This is not the Pathfinder 2 2nd edition. This is the Pathfinder 2nd edition new core rules. So this is the brand new core rules for Pathfinder 2nd edition that we've talked about. Pathfinder Player Core Remastered. Is this the best tabletop role-playing game of the year, or is it just a cheap money grab? This one's not even on my... No, you just completely unnecessary. Phandelver and Below, the Shattered Obelisk. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. So let's see. No, you dropped the ball on everything that Phandelver was supposed to be, and you broke your promises. Nothing about Vecna, nothing about the obelisk. Oh my, turns out the bad guys were mind flayers this whole time. This one, again, no, just unnecessary money grab. This one, well, too expensive, and for what it was supposed to do, from what I've been told, it doesn't cover any of the things you think it would cover if it's talking about the mythology of that part of America. It's like, well, how do you skip Memphis? How do you skip Gatlinburg? How do you skip? Maybe. No. Yes. I have not heard anything bad about this. No. I can't. The only good thing I can think about this is it's another feather in the cap for how awesome Powered by the Apocalypse could have been. Other than that, there's nothing I really agree on for this one. None of these would be my nominee for tabletop role-playing game of the year. But that's just me. What do you think? Do you agree with this list? Do you disagree with this list? What's on your list? What's your tabletop role-playing game of the year? Let me know. We'll have more of these lists. Don't worry. That's not the only one. And apparently we have an unnecessary ad for Toyota. We'll have more of these lists. This is just one list. There'll be more. I assure you, there'll be more. That's it for today. I got to do some homework for my mom, so I'll talk to you later. See ya.